Yo, what up, it's your man Duz. What up, y'all? If you're new, welcome. If you're returning, what up, though? Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. Go ahead and check out the freestyle in the description below. But here we go, another react video. This is GTA 6, 10 things we want. Now, first off, I didn't know GTA 6 was announced. Not sure if it was or have been, but I guess it's one of those videos, you know, fanboys and stuff make, you know, people who really care about the franchise, like you can see in the description below, features that we want to see make an appearance in GTA 6 that didn't make it in GTA 5. In my personal opinion, if you watch any of my old videos, not any specific ones, I only say this, is I feel like they need to revamp San Andreas. Even if they don't call it GTA 6, that's fine, but just revamp, just use that shell. The music that they had, the storyline was amazing. Just the hood, the gang, you know, the gangs and the rival turf. The guns is fine, you know, they can always add new guns, new cars, whatever. Use that, but use that layout. The biggest thing I'm thinking is like the meters, to get muscles, to get fat, sleepy, all that stuff, speed, you know, leveling up your cars and stuff. Use that layout. If they use that layout, it'll be perfect. But let's get into the video. This is my first time with Game HQ Media, so we'll see if they are good enough to subscribe to, if they get the thumbs up or thumbs down. Gus, sorry if that took too long as an intro.
Having a stable job in a Grand Theft Auto game would be a fairly ridiculous move, but a way to add a little order to the chaos in GTA 6 would be to bring back the option of vigilante missions. These popular distractions used to occur when players entered certain vehicles and allowed them the option to take on the role of a member of the emergency services or become a fledgling taxi driver. How long the notion of sensibility would last for most GTA players is a troubling question, mind you. Consider the battery meter on your smartphone, used without the helpful percentage figure shown beside it, and now the frustration of overestimating available power will become a very real issue. GTA 5's health bars were basically this, with very little scope for the player to learn what damage various threats have to their character's health. A blend of the latest version, with Vice City's numbering system, would solve this grievance.
I agree. Yeah,
the minimal character skills available in recent GTA games have always been fairly well customizable, but building on this would be a great move, returning to the more interactive skill boosts that San Andreas covered, as well as adding more than just the usual driving and shooting skills, would take GTA's character-driven experience to the next level. Perhaps a morality meter, like that of so many RPGs, would be an interesting addition to influence how the game's ambient atmosphere reacts to players.
I agree. Oh my God,
the limited interactions players can have with the world in any GTA game have always been richly and marvelously detailed, but unfortunately there have never been quite enough of them. The vast majority of buildings in any GTA game, for example, are completely inaccessible to the player, thus detracting from the feeling of being in a real place. Exactly. Add the option to interact with more people and places, and GTA 6 will be Rockstar's most immersive title yet. Most notable with GTA 5's online editions are the painfully long loading times that plague players of the game at almost every turn. Work needs to be done to help smooth this out of the next installment to the game, so that the whole experience can feel more involving and less stagnated at times. Grand Theft Auto is a series that stakes a vast amount of its identity into a vehicular focus and has always been a fairly solid driving experience. However, while other features of the series have seen constant innovation, driving hasn't improved all that much since San Andreas. Tuning the vehicle control toward the more realistic, and perhaps even adding the need to maintain cars with petrol and repairs, would push Rockstar back to being the leader in motor gameplay.
Nice.
Whether any GTA player can make a car last longer than a full tank of petrol will, of course, remain to be seen. GTA 5 certainly brought more ways for players to fall foul of the police, but the game is still a long way from presenting a wholly realistic version of law and order. Removing the ability to speed past stationary cops at red lights or stroll up to marshals with weapons drawn without reprimand would certainly make the game more difficult, but it would no doubt be for the best. Rockstar's GTA settings have always been remarkable parodies of existing places, with the latest iteration of San Andreas being one of the most interesting and engaging locations to date. It's time to explore something new, now, and what better place for the razor wit of a Rockstar team than a classic representation of the stereotype seediness of Las Vegas. I can already picture myself accepting missions from a ponytailed blackjack dealer. The gang warfare story within San Andreas' tale of redemption and revenge was a real roller coaster to experience, but it isn't something that's been replicated in a GTA game since. Building a larger criminal underworld into the game and adding an option to recruit members into a fledgling empire, like how goons are hired for heists in GTA 5, would make players in GTA 6 feel like they are truly taking a life of crime to its boldest heights.
But my thing is, they only could do
For all of the interesting and
much.
enjoyable characters in the franchise, GTA really hasn't had a truly despicable antagonist since San Andreas' Officer Tenpenny. The beauty of a character like Tenpenny is that he was a believable annoyance that ultimately became one of CJ's chief tormentors. While entertaining enough to begin with, he quickly became a sharper thorn in players' side and eventually had to be dealt with. And boy, was that a good feeling. GTA 6 needs a bad guy that its players can truly hate. One that motivates them to complete their rise from the gutters to overthrow him.
I find myself in a difficult moral position, Carl.
Yeah, right.
Carl, I'm hurt. I truly am. And just as I was about to help those poor Grove Street boys.
Oh yeah? How?
I like the status quo, Carl.
Like I said before that video went on, San Andreas, don't get me wrong, I like everything they said, but as devil's advocate, just thinking from the software producers, the publishers, or whatever you want to call it, the developers standpoint, they only could do so much. Even if they was to just take the whole structure of number 5 and make every building interactive. You know how long that would take, because there's so many buildings. There's only so much they could do. Plus, now that they have online play, they have to choose whether the online player is going to be, significant, or the offline players. They can't do both. They can't. It's virtually impossible. Plus, with budget, because ain't nobody finna spend $38 million on a video game that ain't gonna make that much money back. That's why Skyrim didn't go online. They made a whole nother. Oh, I should be texting. They made a whole nother. They made a whole nother game called Elder Scrolls for Skyrim to be online. You dig it? Skyrim wasn't online. Well, when they made Skyrim online, then it was Skyrim online. But you get what I'm saying, because that's just how it works. So I get what he's saying. Now the things I do think is doable is probably the health meter. I agree with that, with the numbers. That would be great. I don't know about the car driving system. I think we passed that. No, I don't think no one plays Grand Theft Auto for the driving. I mean, I could be wrong. Obviously, those big fanboys with hard ups for it could be playing it for the driving. Ooh, I want to drive. I mean, I just think as long as the driving is significant and it's easy, it's not too complicated like GTA 4. GTA 4 driving sucked. Should be straight. The side missions, I agree. Getting a taxi, you should be able to do taxi missions. I think what they could do is make the story itself short and just add all that stuff. Cause San Andreas' story was long. Grand Theft Auto 5 story, pretty lengthy. Number 4 story was lengthy too, so the story is always pretty lengthy. But if you take my bad, I'm eating in the mic, y'all. Dang, I'm not supposed to eat in the mic. Let me get up out of here. But just talking, talking to my people who want to listen. But let me know if you agree with that. What you think about what they said. I'm gonna subscribe, give them a thumbs up. But it was just a lot going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause so much happens on GTA. There's only so much they can do. You dig it? So, boy, Dust finna go. Go ahead and check out the freestyle in the description below. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. 2 fingers to the side. Does not.